gun.
Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to the watch list today. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back again. And today I'll be taking it old school. I'll be talking about Baki, the 2001 series. Not just the current one on Netflix. That's like season 3 of the series, but I'll talk about that later. Baki is a shonen anime that debuted in 2001, and it was handled by a now bankrupt studio called Group TAC. They're bankrupt, but they are also the same studio that handled the Street Fighter anime that came out in '95. So they do have history with making good fighting anime. Now at the beginning of the series, we're introduced to Baki Hanma, 13-year-old boy who is later revealed to be the son of the world's strongest being, Yujiro Hanma. Not the strongest person, world's strongest being. The series follows Baki on his journey to become a stronger fighter and eventually be strong enough to beat his father. To be honest with you, I don't know how that's gonna happen considering all the crazy feats they've shown that his father has done, but this show is more about the journey rather than the destination. It's a fun ride. Now if you're looking for a shonen anime with very complex characters or really deep story and mind-blowing animation, this might not fulfill all your desires. But one thing I would give Baki that has over a lot of anime I've seen in recent years are the fights and the action. From the first episode, Baki lets you know that this is a show that's based primarily on fighting, on just kicking people's asses. Like, Baki primarily trains himself through fighting, some body training, but primarily through fighting. And even in the first episode, he challenged the world boxing champion. You can tell that they really put a bulk of the budget into the fighting animation, and it's kind of similar to other like fighting based anime like Kenichi, History's Strongest Disciple, and I think it is Tenjo Tenge. You can really compare it to those two, they're very similar. And similar to those two anime as well, nobody except the main character and 2 or 3 other side characters go through any serious character development, but the fighting is really hype and it could get very over the top sometimes. Even though they still use real world martial arts, albeit exaggerated versions of those, they still keep it pretty grounded in reality. So there's no beams, nobody's shooting kamehamehas, nothing, just hand-to-hand gully combat. The story itself isn't too hard to follow, it's not like overly complex. There are a few plot twists here and there that I didn't see coming, but it's nothing too crazy, but it does create some kind of tension. So the story is kind of interesting, it's just not very complex. Season 1 and 2 came out in 2001, and season 3 right now is airing on Netflix on a weekly basis. And now they got that Netflix budget, the animation is so much better. They use a bit of CGI here and there, but that does not take away from the fluidity of the fights. The story follows on from where season 2 picked off. Now Baki's 17 years old. It's great. I am watching it on a weekly basis. I haven't missed a week yet. Can't wait to see how the season ends. I personally love it. I would recommend it for casual and hardcore shonen fans. But if you're the kind of person that is looking for something more, if you're looking for complex story, you might want to skip this one. So my personal rating of the show is 7.5, and most of that is due to the fact that I personally love martial arts movies, shows, games. I really like fighting stuff, even fighting documentaries. UFC is my stuff, boxing is my stuff, that's where I live. So if you're like me, I 100% guarantee you will like this show. Anyway, that's it for today's recommendation. That's it for the watch list. It's been a while, but I'm coming back more frequently on this channel. Just give me some time. It's really hard. I've come to realize it's very hard to balance work and 2 channels, but I'm trying to find a good mix match. But if you are missing this face, you can always go to my main channel, MTNerd. I have vlogs coming out every week, or some kind of interesting stuff coming out every week since I've been in Tokyo. It's been a great ride, love being here. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.